Salut pour tous, soyez les bienvenus dans le programme Planète Équitable avec Eder Zanetti. We are talking about the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change and the Conference of Parties 28, which will take place between 3rd of November and 12th of December in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. We already know that the supervisory board is finished this week the last document, so the CMA, the Conference of Parties participating of the Paris Agreement, can vote and have the market rolling from February next year. We talked about the Sultan political agenda, inclusive, and to solve the gap on investments. And we started talking about the necessity of aligning the greenhouse gas inventories and national determined contributions to this new climate regime, so developing countries, especially tropical ones, can take advantage of this new market. Well, I talked about the pastures and the cattle raising, how they are positive for the fight against climate change. So the more cattle, the more carbon we have stored on the terrestrial ecosystems. And I said, let's talk about agriculture. Agriculture is the miracle that has spreading life over this planet. Without agriculture, we wouldn't have cities. Without agriculture, we wouldn't have food to feed our population. And for example, the agriculture in Brazil, which has solved the issue of cultivating plants in the savanna and in the tropical region, is the most technological advanced in the planet. So it called the agricultural intervention in territories destruction is something that doesn't make the minimum sense. The more the agriculture is developed, the more CO2 will be uptaken from the atmosphere and returning to society into useful products. So to promote agriculture is to promote the fight against climate change. We have to include all the agricultures in the planet into this fight against climate change. The more technology they implement, the less carbon they emit, the more carbon they uptake. 90% of the increases on productivity in Brazil on the last 40 years are directly explained by the increase of atmospheric CO2, which means that our agriculture in Brazil is uptaking the excess of CO2 in the rest of the planet and changing it into the largest agriculture producing country in this planet. Let's talk further about this. Let God's peace and the love that builds be our weapons on a daily struggle for justice. Eder Zanetti for tous les amis africains.